Hi everyone, my name is Qian Shiqi. Today I will present my industry showcase project, Analyzing Public Emotional Dynamics and Risk Discourse on Twitter during Australian Hate Vibes for MCCCRH. Here is the outline of my talk. I will start with the client and their needs, then introduce the problem, research objectives, and background. Next, I will cover the research questions, methods, and programs before presenting key findings and challenges. Finally, I will conclude with the contribution of the study. Our client is MCCCRH, Monash Climate Change Communication Research Hub. Their mission is to turn complex climate science into messages that are clear, trustworthy, and emotional engaging. The challenge is that headwinds are Australia's deadline's climate hazard, yet risks are often downplayed in mainstream media. On social media, discussions are highly emotional and polarized. This makes our project important. By analyzing public comments, we can show how emotions shape risk presentation and provide MCCCRH with evidence for more effective communication. Heatwaves are Australia's deadline's climate hazard, and they are becoming more frequent and intense. Vulnerable groups, like the elderly and the chronically ill, face the highest risks. Social media has also become a key space for climate anxiety and polarized debates. My research has three key objectives. First, to identify the main emotions in Hate5 comments, such as anxiety, anger, or sarcasm. Second, to map how discussions spread on social media and find the most influential users and topics. And third, to explore how these emotions shape public risk presentation so that MCCCRH can design communication strategies that are both clear and practical. So far, I have clicked about 1,000 comments from 2020 to 2025. After gleaning around 600 were valued, and I sorted them by event and time. I started with 35 keywords and narrowed them down to 20 core ones grouped into four themes: extreme health, bushfires, and so on. And you can see the figure 1. For analysis, I ran sentiment analysis and found lots of anxiety and anger during headlines. Now I am mapping the topics like health risks and government response linked together. I have also started checking the social network to see who the key voices are. Now let me share the key findings. First, emotions were very strong. In about 2,000 comments, around 38% showed anxiety, 31 about anger, and about 12 about sarcasm. People write things like too hard to sleep at night or blame politicians for ignoring the crisis. Second, we saw people were really demanding partners use the climate emergency over 400 times to say it's urgent. Openers used the Arson emergency about 115 tons, pushing comparison instead of climate change. Finally, emotions shaped risk presentation. Posts with the climate emergency were shared 3 times more than neutral ones, while conspiracy posts, though fewer, still sparked heated debates. In my project, I have run into two main types of challenges. On the technical side, collecting about 2,000 comments by hand takes a lot of time and makes it hard to scale up. Plus, things like sarcasm, irony, and mixed emotions are tricky to code consistently. In context, online debates is very polarized. Hashtags like Autumn Emergency push conspiracy and mix facts with false claims. Also, I have to analyze the data for ethics, which protects privacy but sometimes means losing useful context. To sum up, anxiety and anger shape climate debates, and polarization makes risks feel even greater. These findings offer MCCCRH some useful insights, but the challenge is how to bridge divisions and turn research into action. And this is my reference list. Thank you guys. Thank you for listening.